Trump or Harris?
Harris.
Why?
Because Trump is a shithead.
Lucifer said he was going to fix it and build a wall.
Thoughts on the recent assassination attempt? How public is this?
You think Donald Trump is a threat to democracy?
Absolutely. I think he's the biggest threat we'll ever have.
And why is that?
Because he's crazy.
And he's already said, if he loses, there will be bloodshed.
No matter what morals involve, what policies involve, you're straight Democratic.
Yes.
Trump or Harris?
Trump.
Why?
Policies.
Trump. We gotta shut down illegal immigration, right?
That's a question that doesn't need an answer.
Oh, that's easy. Neither.
Neither.
Why?
Because democracy's fake.
Like, I can't go with Harris just because she's not Joe, and then I wouldn't go for Joe just because he's not Trump.
Never Trump?
Never Trump.
Trump or Harris?
Harris.
Harris?
Yeah.
Why?
No.
You don't know?
No.
The question of the year, Trump or Harris?
Who's going to see this?
Oh, I love this.
I know who I'm voting for. I'm voting for Harris
Okay. And why?
because I support the Democratic agenda.
In today's video, we're in the battleground state of North Carolina. My name is JT Young, and I'm here to seek the truth, no matter your political affiliation. So with that said, living during this historical presidential election year, it's only right that I check the pulse of we, the people.
Hey, welcome back. It's your man Wise, and today I have a great video to share with you guys. This is young brother JT Young. I'm going to leave the link to the full video, the original video, in the description box so you can check it out without my commentary. But you know I got to talk about it. I love these types of videos. I love it when people get out and just speak to the people, because we hear what mainstream media has to say all the time, right? You hear what people like myself, you hear what we have to say all the time. But it's so refreshing to see the American people and get a chance to hear exactly how they feel about this upcoming election. So before we get into the video, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go over to JT Young's channel as well. Again, the link will be in the description box below. And without further ado, let's go.
Of the year, Trump or Harris?
Harris.
Harris.
Why?
It's just going to be so much better. Basically, foreign policy. I'm a foreign policy voter.
Trump.
Why?
Policies.
What policies mean the most to you?
Economy.
Economy?
Yeah, money in everybody's pocket. Right now, people are hurting because the economy's bad. You drill oil, inflation settles. Bottom line.
Harris.
He's absolutely right. And the dude that before him that said, oh, he's supporting Harris because of foreign affairs, that lady knows nothing about foreign affairs. Have you not seen her when she goes over to Europe? She doesn't answer questions. Like, seriously. And the brother, bald-headed brother, you know, he's with me, you know, we're hair challenged. He's absolutely right, man, when you think about the policies. We have to drill. We have so much oil in our own country, man. We could bring our gas prices down, and we could legitimately be energy independent. And be honest with you, we could be someone that actually sells energy around the world, which would help lower our deficit. It would also help lower this inflation. Because if we can get the price of energy lowered, that means that the cost of goods being transported across the country actually would come down as well.
Why?
Because Trump is a shithead.
I can't stand the people that want to support someone because they don't like someone. Let's just talk about the policies.
Straight off the bat.
Is this for TV?
Straight, not for TV, no.
All right.
So straight off the bat, your opinion is Trump is a shithead. So what are your thoughts on the recent assassination attempt?
It's not good. Yeah. Nobody needs to be doing that.
Do you think it was a lone shooter or something bigger?
No, I think it was lone shooter. Yeah. I don't have any information to tell me otherwise. I don't have any reason to believe otherwise.
Thoughts on the recent assassination attempt? How public is this?
YouTube.
YouTube? Yeah, I mean, I would absolutely say that if you took a little bit more practice.
I think it was a stunt.
A little bit more practice. That's all I'm saying.
So the shooter should have took a little bit more practice.
Yeah.
Solo.
These people need Jesus, man. All the people that think they're upset because they feel like this guy missed, he needs more practice. the one lady said it was a stunt. You do realize that one person lost their life. There is a family right now in Pennsylvania that is grieving right now. Joe Compatori lost his life there. Had he not did what he did, it could have been one of the members of his family. There were 2 other people that also took bullets there. These people are sick, man.
A shooter, or was it a bigger?
You know, how did he get that close with that? You know what I mean? That's the thing. It could have been a stunt for Trump, right? It could have been so many other things, but he got like so close with an AR-15. Like, what is that?
An album soon, probably.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Like it's just all about.
It's politics. It's just.
I don't have many thoughts other than it's a shame that evil people do evil things. Politics doesn't need to have any violence involved. I think we should be able to agree and disagree in the country very, very thoughtfully. We should have great conversations. I don't know why it is, but I feel like the media really wants to pit us against each other and make everybody feel like they're the literal enemy, but we're not. You know, I can understand why someone would want abortion to be legal. I personally don't want that, but I can understand their perspective. And I think if we can understand each other's perspective and say, you know, I see what you're saying, I respect it, but I'm still going to vote this way because I believe that's what God would want me to do, then move on that way.
Trump.
Absolutely. We should be able to have civil discourse. We don't always have to agree, but the one thing that we all agree on, at least I hope anyway, is that we are Americans. This is our nation, and we need to do everything that we can to make this the best country that it can possibly be. You literally have people in families, family members that won't talk to each other because of what they believe politically, or they won't have any conversations about politics. It's such a polarizing topic that people get really, really frustrated about it. And how do we move forward? How do we grow as people? How do we grow as a nation when we can't even have civil conversations about the direction or our beliefs of the direction that this country should go? We got to do better. We have to do better as a nation.
Or Harris?
Harris.
Why?
I feel like Trump is a threat to democracy.
Why is Trump a threat to democracy? We've heard that.
The inciting an insurrection to facilitate a violent takeover of the presidency that he lost by electoral process, to me that disqualifies him for running for president again. And he's already said if he loses, there will be bloodshed. He is not of the character.
He didn't say that. So tell me you watch MSDNC without telling me you watch MSDNC. The bloodbath comment was meant in reference to the U.S. auto industry. If they allow China to build these car manufacturing plants down in Mexico, he said that it would be a bloodbath for the U.S. car manufacturing industry. And it's true. If they can do it down there, pennies on the dollar, we're going to lose tons of jobs out here. Our auto industry is already in trouble. Golly, man. People need to get so much more informed, man. It's a bunch of misinformed voters out there right now.
To accept the results of the democratic process.
So based on the last 8 years, Trump for, Biden for, no wars, multiple wars.
Well, we didn't start them. I mean, that's not really our fault. So I think we have more resources than any other country on the planet. And if we use them appropriately, then there can be a better outcome than there would have been if they're misallocated.
Trump or Harris?
Trump.
And why?
You know, we're sitting there listening to those guys talk, and I'll go, you know, completely opposite of what he's saying. Is foreign policy is we got to shut down illegal immigration, right? You got people coming into the country that shouldn't be here unless they go through legally, and everybody should come here legally. But if not, then, you know, they're here. People trying to get them to vote. It's taking a lot of jobs. A lot more people that are going to, you know, they want, you know, have Medicare or health care, you know, so then our taxes go through the roof, and I don't think that's fair.
What's your thought on the recent immigration crisis?
It's been a crisis. And they keep bringing it up as a crisis. It has been a crisis. We've got to find some way to fix it, because every administration has had that issue. Every administration has had that.
It has gotten a lot worse under Joe Biden.
What, immigration's gotten worse?
The border
I mean, they say that about every president. I mean, Lucifer said he was going to fix it and build a wall. All he did was separate babies from their mothers.
You talking about Trump?
Well, who do you think I'm talking about? Of course, Lucifer.
Trump or Harris?
Oh, Trump.
Why?
Because I believe in the policies he's supporting.
Trump.
Hold on, we got a Trump and we got a neither. Why Trump?
I don't know. He's straightforward. I like that.
What's your thoughts on the recent assassination attempt? No thoughts?
No comment.
All right, y'all have a good one. Trump or Harris?
That's a question that doesn't need an answer.
Let me know. I don't know what you're thinking.
It's Harris.
It's Harris? Why?
Well,
have you noticed that anytime you hear somebody, that's a question that you don't need an answer, it's always somebody that supports Harris, but I'd put any amount of money on it. He can't give you a logical reason why he would choose this lady.
I'm a Democrat. And first of that. And I mean, you look at the personalities and the accomplishments of there, but histories, it's a no-brainer.
We have one that slept their way to the top. We have one that cackles at everything. We've had one that, locked tons of black men up. We have one that hid evidence that kept a man on death row. We have one that hid evidence that put a man behind bars for 50 years, cost the state of California $13 million. We have one that we hadn't seen in 3.5 years up to this point, who's been sitting in the VP seat. What accomplishments is this man talking about? On the other hand, we have a guy that implemented the First Step Act, which helped free a lot of brothers from prison, who also gave permanent funding to HBCUs, something that Barack Obama should have done but did not do. We also have one that created opportunity zones for poor and disenfranchised communities to help spur business, entrepreneurship, and business creation in areas that we don't normally see that type of money being put in. What is this guy talking about?
Even if you were not a Democrat or a Republican.
You said Harris. Why?
What kind of town do you think we live in?
Well, it's been split so far.
It's been split.
It's been split.
That's scary.
Is it? So do you think Donald Trump is a threat to democracy?
Absolutely. I think he's the biggest threat we'll ever have.
And why is that?
Because he's crazy. No, he's awful. And I just think most of his views aren't even based on what he feels inside. They're just based on him manipulating people who he thinks will vote for him so that he can be president. So I feel like it's like the most artificial thing ever. He donated to Harris's campaign a few years ago. And
that shows he's a good person, right? I mean,
I think it shows that he doesn't care about anything but power.
Who do you think the Democrats should run with if not Kamala?
I would probably vote for an aunt over Trump. So it really doesn't matter, but I think Kamala would work. I still wish the Democrats will have an open convention and let her win by democratic process instead of anointing her as the nominee.
What's your thoughts on
first same thing that dude said? They've showed him a couple of times. First same thing that he said. But he's still going to go along to get along. She's been nominated. She's been appointed. And he's going to get behind her. He's already said he would.
The recent border crisis.
That needs to be shut back down.
Yeah, the border is a problem because you've got a lot of trafficking going on. You've got a lot of unnecessary drugs going on, and you've got a lot of like Social Security. Social Security won't be there for you and I because they're draining it, keeping up the illegals.
Trump or Harris?
Why you ask me that dumb question?
That was a dumb question, huh? Considering that you're at the stand.
No, it's not a dumb question. Harris all the way.
I'm sorry?
Harris all the way.
All the way, Harris.
All the way, Harris.
And let me ask you this. Would there be a thoughts on Michelle Obama if she decided to?
Michelle's running away from politics. Michelle's not running towards politics. That's not going to happen.
The question of the year, Trump or Harris?
Oh, Harris.
I wish he would have asked her why. And I also would have wished that he would have asked her, what are your thoughts about them just appointing or anointing Kamala Harris opposed to having an open convention and allow people to challenge her for the seat?
God, Harris.
Only one way to go, Harris.
Can we talk about it?
I can't. I got no time. Sorry.
All right.
I didn't vote for Trump last time, so that will probably answer your question.
Why?
Why?
Yes.
I mean, well, God, it's so obvious. She has everybody's best interest in mind, and he's made it very obvious that he has nobody else but his interest in mind.
She's a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Come closer. So do you think Trump is a threat to democracy?
He already has proved it.
How so?
Oh my goodness, all the last 4 years. You try to undermine all the democracy that was actually happening from Obama and all that. I mean...
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He's just up there for publicity. He's still on TV. He still thinks he's on TV.
Even if you simply consider his rhetoric, that's the words of a violent demagogue. Like,
So
taking
you-
it back to the...
Yeah, saying there's gonna be another civil war, or if he loses and shit like that. Like,
I mean, shit, like taking it back to 2016 when he was like, I could shoot someone on Central Avenue and still get elected. Like, that's...
it's just, yeah.
Who would say that?
It's a little ridiculous.
It is a little ridiculous.
Do you think Donald Trump is a threat to democracy?
What do you think? Have we ever had a president that listens to nobody, not even the Constitution, besides this one, who tells you what he's going to do, the things that he's going to take away from you? Of course he's a threat to democracy. But then maybe democracy needs to be dismantled and a new system needs to come up. I don't know.
So that leads me to what's your thoughts on the two-party system? Do you think it keeps Americans split?
I think we need a new system.
If you had it your way, what would be a good system?
I don't even want to get into if I had it my way, because if I had it my way, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
We were just getting started, and the results were pretty mixed. Voters were pretty much split. However,
What does that mean? That you wouldn't even be able to go around and answer or ask these types of questions? These socialist, communist, Marxist type people are ridiculous. And you want to talk about the real threat? We're going to stop the video right there because it's long. It's about 40 minutes. If you guys want to watch the rest of it, go over to JT Young's channel. The link will be in the description box. But I'll say this, man. It's good to see that it is split down the middle. There's just as many people that, said Trump for policies as those who said Harris just because they don't like Trump. If you notice, no one that supports Harris can tell you what her policies are because she hadn't spoken about them. And voting for Kamala Harris would be voting for more of what we are dealing with right now. More inflation, more illegal immigrants coming up through our southern border, more high gas prices. Y'all really want these EVs that you can't move across the country with? Is that what y'all want? Y'all want higher taxes? Because that's what's going to happen. The Trump tax cut come to an end at the end of this year. Biden himself said if he wins, we're never going to see those again. So they're going to hit us in the head for more money. You have these people, I think she says she wants something along the lines of Medicare for all. She had mentioned this a while back, 4 or 5 years ago when she was running for president the first time around. Do you know how much that would cost us? These people, they talk about a threat to democracy, but yet the sister, with the short hair was saying that if she had it her way, you wouldn't even be able to ask these types of questions, meaning she wants a communist, Marxist type government where the people have zero freedom. You just have to get down, and if you don't, I guess there's a concentration camp or something like that for you. But yet these are the people that say, that Trump is a threat to democracy, or people that believe in a conservative way of life is a threat to democracy. They're some of the most intolerant people in the country, man. But yet they expect tolerance from everybody. But they're the most intolerant people. And it's just so unfortunate, man. It really is. It really is. But shout out to JT Young, man. Appreciate you shooting me an email, man, shooting this video over to me. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. If you'd like to see me continue, I'd be more than happy to continue the reaction and continue talking about this. But I didn't want this video to be an hour long. So like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. Consider joining the ARP family. It supports me, the team, the channel. Gives us the ability to produce this type of content on a day-to-day basis. God bless each person that has joined the ARP family, man. It means a whole lot to me, and the team. So I appreciate you guys. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up. And I'm going to catch up with you all next time. Peace.